There are many interesting transfers that can be made during the winter transfer window of 2023. Football's January transfer window is typically a thrilling period, and this year is no exception. The January transfer window is available from Sunday, January 1st, 2023 until Tuesday, January 31st, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. After finishing the first half of their seasons, the Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, and Ligue 1 teams will all be extremely busy once more searching for any gems to improve their sides for the back half of the season. As it draws to its end, the transfer window is getting heated. Stay tuned to this video until the end. You'll want to see some of the most startling transfers that have been rumoured are going to be completed. The January transfer window is more thrilling than usual this year. It immediately follows the World Cup in Qatar. Therefore, whoever made a strong impression there may be able to land a transfer to a prestigious team. The most active team throughout this transfer window has been Chelsea. Todd Boehly, their new owner, is attempting to make a statement by making significant transfers. Thomas Tuchel, a coach who won the Champions League, was fired after the team's rough start to the season, and Graham Potter, who hasn't fared much better, took his place. João Felix has been acquired by Chelsea on loan from Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid demanded £9 million from Chelsea to acquire the Portuguese for the remainder of the campaign. His weekly salary of £250,000 is also covered by the Blues, bringing their total investment in the transfer to £13 million. Most astonishingly, he made his debut against Fulham and was dismissed for a reckless challenge, potentially costing Chelsea £3 million. Additionally, Chelsea snatched away Mykhailo Mudryk away from rivals Arsenal, who had been interested in him for a while. They paid Shakhtar Donetsk a whopping £88.5 million to sign him. Defender Badiashile from Monaco was also acquired by Chelsea. Because Chelsea is still interested in Enzo Fernandez, football fans all over the world believe that the new owner is harming the beautiful game by pouring in loads of cash. Not to mention that Nkunku's transfer to Chelsea in the summer is finalised as well. Michail Antonio, West Ham's number 9, was also a target for Chelsea, but West Ham rejected the proposal. For £45 million, Liverpool, who is enjoying their worst season in recent memory and will not finish in the top 4 barring a miracle, acquired Cody Gakpo from PSV Eindhoven to bolster their offensive line. Manchester United also had Gakpo on its red list, but sadly United was unable to complete the transfer. Liverpool has also struggled in the midfield, and they may add a midfielder during this transfer window. Ruben Neves of Wolves has been mentioned in relation to them in order to address their midfield issues. To replace Cristiano Ronaldo, whose contract was cancelled following the contentious interview with Piers Morgan, Manchester United signed Wout Weghorst. With a rocky start to the season, United is doing extremely well, and after the Derby victory, they are almost level on points with Manchester City. They'll have to play FC Barcelona in the round of 16 of the Europa League, which will be a challenging matchup. Since Weghorst is only a temporary fix and Martial is inconsistent, they are still searching for a long-term number 9. Big players like Dusan Vlahovic and others might be drawn to them if they earn a spot in next year's Champions League. When the Saudi team Al Nassr signed one of the greatest players of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, they garnered a tremendous deal of attention. Compared to Mbappe, they awarded Ronaldo the greatest contract in football history. He'll receive an astounding £200 million in yearly compensation, including business partnerships. He'll remain a member of the team until 2025. Last year, Ronaldo was reportedly given nearly the same type of contract by Al Hilal, another Saudi club, but he turned it down because he liked being at Manchester United. There were reports that Ronaldo would represent Saudi Arabia as an ambassador during their major World Cup bid in 2030, but Al Nassr dismissed those claims. Al Nassr's other targets include Eden Hazard and Sergio Ramos, but they may go for them in the summer. Although Madrid claimed he is untouchable, Luka Modric was also rumoured to join Al Nassr. Endrick from Palmeiras, a Brazilian golden boy, and Real Madrid have reached an agreement. He'll join Real Madrid in July 2024. With his precise finishing skill and ball control, Endrick is dubbed the next big thing in football. He's been pursued by Chelsea and Arsenal, but Real Madrid was ultimately successful in acquiring him. Endrick has stated that the reason he chose Real Madrid was due to Cristiano Ronaldo. Real Madrid, according to Carlo Ancelotti, is willing to sell some of their players, but will not be adding any new players during the current transfer window. Along with Liverpool, Real Madrid is first in place in the Jude Bellingham race. The English midfielder will be a target for both these clubs during the summer transfer window. Jude Bellingham would easily be worth more than £100 million. Just as they did when they sold Erling Haaland and Jadon Sancho, Borussia Dortmund has always been able to make money by selling their players for high prices. The summer transfer window was extremely busy for FC Barcelona as they added some significant players. Even though there were reports that Rafinha might be sold after just 6 months in this transfer window, there haven't been any sincere negotiations. There are some rumours that Barca will try to go for Gundogan from Manchester City, but the talks are in the early stages, as well as a potential return for Aubameyang from Chelsea. To aid in their fight against relegation, Southampton has acquired Croatian forward Mislav Orsic from Dinamo Zagreb. West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Wolves and Leeds have also begun their search early, as teams attempt to compete for their transfers as the deadline will arrive before we know it. With a $51.8 million buyout option, Matheus Cunha moved from Atletico Madrid to Wolverhampton on a 6-month loan. By loaning out its players, Atletico Madrid has been able to significantly reduce player salaries. They're also making a strong effort to sign Barcelona forward Memphis Depay. To bolster their defence, Bayern Munich acquired Daley Blind on a free transfer from Ajax. Blind is a versatile player who may be a great backup for Bayern Munich's defensive line. Bayern is also considering goalkeeper Jan Sommer from Borussia Mönchengladbach as a temporary replacement for the injured Manuel Neuer. Bayern Munich has shown a lot of interest in Jan Sommer as a result of his strong recent performances against them. Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain have been keeping an eye on the current transfer landscape, but neither club has made any moves as of yet. PSG has struggled on defence and may bring in a quality defender this summer. Arsenal really lost out on Mudryk. Even though they still have to play Manchester City, they are now a viable contender for the Premier League title at this stage. Declan Rice is a target for Arsenal, but West Ham's asking price of more than £70 million will be a challenge. Last year, Declan Rice was strongly associated with United, but the talks fell through. In the end, United chose Casemiro, an accomplished defensive midfielder who was doing a fantastic job for the squad. With their remarkable performance at the World Cup, the Moroccan team astounded the entire globe. Sofiane Amrabat and Azzedine Ounahi, two of their midfielders, have been prominently connected with Premier League teams. Ounahi is on the verge of joining Leeds United, and Amrabat's alleged transfer speculations were refuted by Fiorentina, who is convinced that the midfielder would stay despite his connections to other teams. Yassine Bounou, a Moroccan goalkeeper who excelled at the World Cup, is sought after by numerous clubs, including Bayern Munich and Aston Villa. Due to the rapport between Unai Emery and the goalie, Aston Villa is in the lead for signing the keeper. Alex Merino was already purchased by Aston Villa from Real Betis for £13.3 million. Following a loan recall, Aaron Ramsey also joined Aston Villa. This January transfer has been both fascinating and unexpected. While some teams sat back and watched as deals were hijacked, others decided to act during the summer transfer window. There's still work to be done, and more superstars might join other clubs. Chelsea made some of the greatest purchases of this season by taking an offensive stance throughout the transfer window. Even though they overpaid for a few of their players, the Blues are unquestionably the winners of this transfer window. Other clubs also managed to strengthen their squads, and the second half of the season will be an interesting one, as the fans would be eager for all the signings to work out and help their teams as they push for trophies and glory.